Like I told you before, it's a fast weight loss for those that already wear the hard and heavy and very expensive silicone prosthesis. Some people don't have insurance, somebody can't afford to pay for it out of their pocket, and these are absolutely free. We make them and donate them at no charge to anybody, and we're happy to give them away as fast as we can knit them. Weighed 1.5 pounds just for one prosthesis. And that lady lost that much weight when she walked out with our prosthesis. That was only 1 3/8 ounces.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Yeah.
And Joan, how did you get started? Can you talk about when you first met Tova?
Well, yes, Tova came to live here and was knitting in our library, and I saw her knitting, and being a knitter myself, she's going at it with the 4 needles. And I said, "What are you making?" And she said, "Knitted knockers." And I said, And she said, "Knitted knockers." And I'm looking at her, and she said, "You know what knockers are?" And I said, "Well, I know what these are, temporarily called." And she said, "That's right." And I said, "Well, how are you making those? Why?" So she explained, and being a knitter, then she said, "Okay, we've got a job." And so I joined her. And as you saw, we have 2 suitcases full here, one with big ones and one with small ones. So we can fit practically anybody, I think.
Yes, it is pretty international. I think it was a lady in Canada that started it in 2005 when she herself had a mastectomy. She was going to a fancy party and she couldn't quite fill out her dress. So she was also a knitter, and she knitted the first prosthesis. We have edited the pattern many, many times to make it easier, but we made them out of soft acrylic yarn, so they're non-allergenic, and we fill them with 100% fiber fill. They don't float, and you can wear them in a swimsuit, and
they wash and dry in the machine.
And they keep their shape real well. Now, there are people that use Pima cotton, and the group out in Washington State sent me about 16 skeins of that to try, and I liked it, but they're very expensive, and when you donate so many of these, there comes a time when you can't afford to buy the yarn anymore.
Sure. And you are donating all of these free to anyone who's in need.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. The knitters donate their expertise and their time and the material, and
so
there's never a charge.
We go to garage sales and say, "Well, if that doesn't sell, will you give it to us?" And we explain what. And many times they've said, "Oh, just take it," right off the bat.
Yeah. But we don't use Sayela yarn or worsted weight. That's too heavy. Preferred yarn, if you have to buy it, is Caron Simply Soft. It's very soft. It's kind of shiny, and it holds its shape real well when it's wet, and it dries fast.
And you're kind of looking for an outlet for some of these, or a way to get these to people who need them?
We would love to hear from recipients that would like free prosthesis. We would also like to hear from knitters that would like to join us in this Bradenton, Sarasota area. But we don't really, at the present time, have a place where we could meet. If somebody has a suggestion, not too far from where we live, we would love to hear about it, where we could meet as a group every so often, or at least to collect the ones that have been knitted. We prefer that knitters give them to friends or anybody that needs them, but if they don't have anybody to give them to, we'll take them.